Y'all, it's Throwback Thursday, so today we're going to take a look back at some of the clearest UFO footage in recent history. UFO sightings that will leave you questioning everything. Yes, I'm still on holiday and I hope you're enjoying yours. But before we throw it back, I am going to start us off with a brand new sighting that just happened, and honestly, it blew my mind. This occurred December 1st, 2025 at 8:57 p.m. in Waddell, Arizona. User Fragrant Town 5199 saw this light in the sky, absolutely motionless and extremely bright, with other lights flickering around it. It made no sense. They said they stood there for about 40 minutes watching and it did not move during the time they captured this video.
Arwing.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. It is bright and stunning, and the colors are honestly beautiful. Although it is quite eerie, and there's still no explanation. And that's just one sighting of many. So watch to the end and have your mind blown. Enjoy. We are getting more and more clear UFO sightings coming in every single day. We're seeing flying discs, orbs, metallic spheres, you name it. They're all over the skies and they have no explanation. And with the advancement in technology like our smartphones and our better cameras, we're getting better and better shots of whatever it is that is flying around over our heads. And I'm excited to share some clear and interesting UFO clips that have surfaced on the internet. Starting with an incredible capture from Proyectos Telares. This is in Jalisco, Mexico. They captured this UFO with a high zoom camera. And throughout the video, you can hear them having conversation about what they're seeing on the camera and kind of slightly freaking out. They were like, it doesn't look like a regular star or a plane. At one point, one of them mentions that it looks like it's descending a little bit. At first, I thought something was a little off because the light's also right in front of them and they could be messing with the ISO, until one of them zooms out and you can see that what's being captured on the camera is this further object, and then of course further their conversation and semi freak out also assures me that that's what they're looking at, because they're like, that thing looks like it's descending and it doesn't look normal, it looks like a flying saucer. But I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Check this out.
Que luego vimos esa, que está allá, y aquella pues no se ve, nomás se ve como luz, pero esa sí era forma de
sí es como una puta nave, ¿no?
Sí, es como una nave. Y ya está como inclinada, estaba como así, yo veo.
Ahorita bajadas tú, ¿no?
Todo más arriba.
Sí, está bajando, ¿no?
Como a la altura del poste, pero acá. Acá el poste, pero acá. No manches. Yo me voy. No, si no te pases de lanza.
Se prendió la luz y la pegable, ¿verdad?
Sí.
That was incredible. Now, was it actually an extraterrestrial craft, or was it one of our governments holding some weird experiment? Because they did say that it looked like it was starting to descend. So where was it descending to? Where did it land, if it did? I want more information on this UFO. Next, Wixie the UFO bloke posted another incredible UFO sighting, this time capturing a metallic sphere just drifting across the desert. Strangely, no one seems to know what it is, where it came from, or what's going on. And the more I see these metallic sphere UFOs, the more questions I have. So I want your answer in the comments below. Do you think that the spherical UFO actually have extraterrestrials in them, or do you think that the spherical metallic UFOs are more of a surveillance? And if so, why are they watching us? Check this out. The way that it moves around, and it doesn't look, especially because they're so spherical and seem completely sealed, like it can grab anything for resources. I don't know what it's doing. And stranger still is that they posted another one. This one is from Palm Desert, and this occurred on the 12th of April. And again, just another metallic spherical UFO flying across the sky. What is going on?
95.9. Picture yourself in a boat on a river with tangerine trees.
That's absolutely wild, y'all. I just want answers as to what is going on with the different styles, types of UFOs. I guess each of them, if they're not from a different races, which they might be, that maybe each of them has their own functionality on what exactly it is that they're doing. Now, Wixie also posted this strange long UFO. He's calling it an elongated tic tac UFO. Some would say it's more of a cigar because of how long it is, but it's massive. And it's just hovering in the air. Like, how are these things happening and no one's calling in like, hey, what the flip is this? Like, how are we okay with not having these answers? Smash like and check this out. Now, what's wild to me specifically about these cigar-shaped UFOs is that this is not the only one we've seen. Not the only close-up shot, not the only close-up HD video. We've seen these things, and we can prove it, and they still won't give us answers. Like, they're still super vague about it. Like, it is an elongated metallic tube in the sky. What the flip is that? Next, we have a more mysterious, strange video. This comes from UFO Mania, and it showcases a man seemingly teleporting in the middle of broad daylight. This was captured on security camera. Now, the question is this a being that can teleport and shapeshift and looks like us? Or do they just look like us and can teleport? Was this some form of abduction? A possible UFO high up in the atmosphere beaming this person down and we just didn't see it? It's interesting that it happens just as one of the pedestrians turns their head away, and then bam, this person appears. They don't seem to be too concerned. The whole thing is strange. I want to hear your thoughts on what exactly is going on here in the comments below. Check this out. These sightings just get stranger and stranger. And there's another weird one next. We're gonna see these UFO. Some are saying orbs or spheres. They don't. They look more. I wouldn't say almond shape. They're bulbous, but like pressed in. If that makes sense, you'll see. They look really strange, and they do look like they're lining up or gathering together. It's just a really weird thing to see happening in the sky. Let me know in the comments what you think about this.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
You see what I mean about the shape? And what I found weird is how they were like rapidly spinning. What was that about? I mean, we've heard about how sometimes that is how they move and how they generate a force field, or how it could be an optical illusion because of the force field. There's a lot of theories out there. Again, just no solid answers, but that is such a strange video. Now, yesterday we posted a clip that showcased a video article from The Sun that showed a flying disc apparently being shot in Russia. They were trying to shoot it down. We don't really know what the aftermath was. Now, of course, The Sun was, it's like a news program, so we had like the words flashing and the music and like all the extra drama, if you will. But Wixie was able to get a clip of what was going on from someone who was there actually just recording it from their device. No extra bells and whistles. It is a slightly different angle, so we get a better perspective of how this thing was actually flying around in the sky. And honestly, I feel like this angle only raises more questions. Smash like and check this out.
Ну так будоражит. Блин, зараза.
Now, still, some say it was helicopter, some say it was definitely a UFO. I heard the helicopter sound, so I can't say either way. It definitely looks strange. Like, how was the light spinning around? What the hell was happening with that? Now, do you remember with the New Jersey UFO event that just happened, these things were changing shape. And some people, including police officers and people in the government, in the local government, were saying how they may look like planes, especially when they take the video, but they're not. Like, some of them would change shape to look similar to the stuff that we have. We would only start noticing major flaws when they wouldn't follow FAA regulation, because then, like, hello, red flag. But even then, some of them were either starting to or just trying to mimic our colors. It was wild. So this thing could be anything. Now, a UFO that you won't confuse for a helicopter was captured by Soul Container 45 in San Francisco, September of 2024. This thing looks very odd. Some have likened it to the jellyfish UFO, although I don't think so, just because it's like captured in the way that it's captured doesn't make it like the jellyfish UFO, you know what I mean? But it does remind me of the Jetpack Man UFO that we've seen in Peru and now in various other places. It's definitely an interesting and strange video. I want to hear your thoughts about it, so check it out.
This is odd. This is flying over San Francisco, looking south. Looks exactly like a guy on a jetpack. Can't really hear him. He doesn't look very far away, like maybe a quarter of a mile off and 1,000 feet up. It's about the pace he's been moving. Looks like a balloon, maybe. It's odd.
Now, the strangest thing for me was when it was spinning, how when we saw the other side of it, there were like the openings and it almost looked like rings connected together, which made less sense to me. Like, maybe I would have thought, oh, we could come up with some theory of a conventional item that could be, until it turned around and did that. Like, what the hell was that? And it reminds me of this strange UFO that was posted by Imperfect Organism, who says, hey, if the debunkers are saying that these are balloons, you need to tell me where I can get balloons like this, because every time I go to Party City, they tell me to go to hell. Check it out. And that one also reminded me of the strange Jetpack Man UFO. It just seems to have like a lot more going on, like spikiness. I don't know. I don't know what the hell was happening there. And it brings me back to the question from the beginning of the video. What are these things doing? And are they all from one place, each with a different purpose? Or are these just crafts that we're seeing from a bunch of different species of beings? Or from within the ocean as there are USOs? Like, what is happening? I would say, is it us? But even our government's like, oh yeah, we don't know what's going on. However, they don't seem to be doing anything about it. Like, none of it makes any sense. It's so frustrating. UFOs are everywhere, and I don't mean that they're invading our airspace, which they are. I mean, they're actually getting media coverage. News stations like News Nation are actually covering them. We have the government taking them seriously, some representatives fighting for disclosures, others having secret meetings without telling us the information. Whatever the case, UFO and UAP are starting to become an accepted phenomenon, something that we see as fact. Something is happening in our skies, and we don't know what it is. Could it be extraterrestrial? Could it be interdimensional? Could it be both? We don't know. And what's interesting is that with each sighting, we seem to get more questions than answers. And today, I'm going to pile on to those questions with some awesome sightings. Starting with a UFO sighting in Saigon, Vietnam. It occurred on February 4th of 2025 and was posted by Duke On Demand on Twitter. When you see this clip, you're going to see a bright light that at first I thought was maybe just a star. What is a little bit interesting and eerie at first is that you'll see if you zoom in or look closely, these weird like specks shooting maybe off of it or just in tandem with it. Maybe they're separate orbs. And then this thing just starts moving. And I'm like, wait, what? That's not a star, obviously. I don't know what it is. So sound off in the comments with your thoughts. Check this out.
Oh my.
I guess I just found it so peculiar that it was stationary for so long and then it started moving. It's so weird. Next, we have an interesting clip. You see, on April 1st, South America, particularly Brazil, was, I wouldn't say invaded. There was like no attack or anything, but there were mass sightings of this jellyfish UFO. However, of course, the media quickly scrubbed a lot of the clips. However, the incredible Wixie, the UFO bloke over on Twitter, has found a clip of what may be this jellyfish UFO that occurred in Brazil on April 1st. It is interesting because it seems to be dropping slag, but we don't have 100% confirmation that this is from that event. Still, very strange. Smash like and check this out.
There's a focus on it. What the fuck is that?
I don't know, every time that the UFOs drop slag, I'm like, what are you doing? but I will agree that it does seem to have the jellyfish UFO features. And by that, I mean that its body seems to be elongated, where, yes, the UFO jellyfish, we do often see them with tentacles. One other main thing is how they're elongated sometimes, and sometimes they appear to be like the Jetpack Man UFO, which that actually had a striking similarity to as well, in my opinion. Wixie also found this anomalous clip from Santa Monica, California. It occurred on March 25th of 2025. This, I don't even know how to describe it. I Not to get biblical, but when we saw a UFO like this before, it was what was thrown out a lot. So it does remind me of like the wheel of Ezekiel, if you will. Um, it's just really, I don't know. It's weird. Check it out. Sorry, it's just that of all the UFO sightings, the sightings like that I find to be the strangest. Even more so than when they're doing like instantaneous acceleration or positive lift or one of the five observables, because like that literally it looked like a sphere with a ring spinning rapidly around it in every which direction. What even is that? Like I feel like that's a sixth observable. Like it's even beyond the other five things. It's just so strange to me. Next, UFO Mania posted this clip from a live feed in San Diego. I guess they have cameras set up possibly for a university study or just like a weather channel. I honestly don't know. I'm going to be completely honest. But I can see from the timestamp and everything on the recording, this occurred April 3rd of 2025 around 23 to so 11:30-ish p.m. And what you're going to see is this very weird bright orange orb streaming across the camera. It makes no sense. And they attempted to slow it down and zoom in, and it still makes no sense. Y'all, let me know in the comments what your thoughts on this. Check it out. Now that was weird. Not as weird as the weird. How many times am I gonna say weird? That's not as strange as the spinning Ezekiel wheels thing. Oh, I can't speak. But still, it just very, very fast. Like the thing was zipping and darting across the sky. What the hell was it doing? Now that's not the only UFO Mania posted. They actually posted one of my favorite sightings. It is an older one from 2008, and it's actually kind of stunning. As stunning as it is eerie and raises a million and one questions. This is the holographic UFO that was spotted in Mexico City, Mexico. That today, to this day, has no real answer. I want you guys to take a look at this, really see what the hell's happening on this camera. Look at these beautiful colors as well, because I mean, as creepy and weird and more questions as we get, it is absolutely stunning. So smash like and feast your eyes on this.
Sin embargo, el técnico de las Águilas del América, Rubén Omar Romano, manifestó que gracias a esta equivocación, su equipo volvió a perder en casa. Armando López Fernández, Palco Deportivo.
Ana Gabriela Guevara regresa al deporte, pero en su faceta como promotora en esta capital. Los detalles serán dados a conocer este martes. La imagen de la exvelocista apareció en la campaña que lleva por título Yo sí soy capaz. No se dan a conocer mayores detalles sobre ese proyecto, pero las actividades de Ana Guevara no influirán con el Instituto del Deporte de esta capital u otros organismos de derecho.
Tu derecho, mi derecho, nuestro derecho a decidir. Niños y niñas libres de violencia tienen todo el derecho. Socialdemocracia es tú tienes derechos.
¿Te escondes por no pagar impuestos? Vive tranquilo. Presenta tu declaración anual por internet. www.sat.gov.mx. Personas físicas en abril. Para que todos vivamos mejor. Gobierno federal.
En la Universidad del Ejército y Fuerza Aérea preparamos
Advierte el líder nacional del PRD, Leonel Cota Montaño, que si para el martes, para mañana, aún no hay resultados del cómputo de la elección interna, él va a concluir su responsabilidad al frente del partido. De hecho, pues ya habla en términos de que pase lo que pase, él se va. Vive. Se reforzó la seguridad en la cárcel donde se encuentra detenido Daniel Pérez Rojas, alias el Cachetes, presunto jefe del grupo de sicarios de los Zetas. El aumento de embarazos no deseados y contagio de enfermedades de transmisión sexual es cada vez más alto en jóvenes de 15 a 22 años en el Distrito Federal. Esto lo advierte la diputada Estela Damián Peralta. Aumenta el número de diabéticos en México. Aseguran especialistas que la mala alimentación es un factor pues determinante precisamente. El presidente Felipe Calderón iniciará este lunes una gira de trabajo por Estados Unidos en donde se va a reunir con su homólogo George Bush y el primer ministro de Canadá Stephen Harper. El próximo 24 de abril, organizaciones de la Iglesia Católica efectuarán una jornada de oración, esto en el Monumento a la Madre, para pedir por el eterno descanso de los niños que han sido abortados a un año de la despenalización de esta práctica aquí en el Distrito Federal. Un predio irregular en el que se asentaba casi una decena de viviendas construidas de manera improvisada con madera y cartón en el barrio de Tepito fue consumido por un incendio durante la madrugada. Milicianos hicieron estallar este lunes explosivos en otros dos oleoductos en el sur de Nigeria.
Reformas a la ley de establecimientos mercantiles, las cuales también permitirían, por otro lado, consumir cerveza hasta en las fondas o en los pequeños restaurantes. El diputado Isaías Villa González, integrante de la Comisión de Gobierno de la Asamblea Legislativa, informó que este lunes iniciarán las mesas de trabajo con autoridades delegacionales y representantes de los sectores productivos como la Cámara Nacional de la Industria Restaurantera y con el Instituto para la Protección de la Propiedad Intelectual y de Comercio. Las reformas y adiciones a la Ley de Funcionamiento de Establecimientos Mercantiles permitirían en primera instancia combatir la piratería y el contrabando.
Aquellos negocios establecidos que se detecte la venta, renta o almacén de insumos de materias primas para la fabricación de productos piratas, la autoridad local en su actividad de verificación podrá llevar a cabo clausuras permanentes.
Aunque la persecución del delito de piratería es de competencia federal, se pretende que las autoridades locales inicien labores de verificación solo en negocios establecidos y en caso de detectar artículos o materiales para la elaboración de piratería, clausurar y posteriormente dar vista a la PGR. Lo anterior debido a las cifras alarmantes que se tienen en cuestión de piratería, ya que 8 de cada 10 películas que se venden en la capital del país son piratas, 7 de cada 10 discos compactos también lo son, 2 de cada...
I don't know, that thing was so weird, and it was almost as if the camera couldn't really capture it, but it was trying to, and like it knew, like maybe it's like some form of camouflage. And it also at the same time reminded me of that strange diamond, bright orange UFO from Serbia where the kid starts freaking out and cursing. I don't know if you guys remember that video, but that's what it reminds me of, and I just think it's so fascinating because that's one of the UFOs that really makes you wonder like, okay, there's like the extraterrestrial, possibly flying saucers, right? And there's what the people call plasmoids. But this genuinely looks like something that could be considered interdimensional. Even with the way that it had like the doubling effect. Bruh, what's happening in our skies? I find these sightings absolutely fascinating. The one that really intrigues me the most is the UFOs that split in half and sometimes merge back together. It reminds me of living metal. It also reminds me of the UFO that was hit by the Hellfire missile and then the UFO like broke apart, but the parts kept following it. And some people said it was a balloon, but I'm like, I don't think balloons act that way. I mean, what would I know, right? Guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you made it this far, smash that like. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.